He wanted to become stronger. Not stronger than other people. Stronger than the version of himself that kept giving up. He promised himself he would change. He promised he would stop overthinking. He promised he would stop caring what people thought. He promised he would become disciplined. But every few days, he broke another promise. And slowly, he started losing something more important than motivation. He stopped trusting himself. That's when he realized something uncomfortable. Maybe becoming mentally strong isn't about adding more to your life. Maybe it's about finally facing the things you've been avoiding. And today, we're going to look at 3 of them. Every morning, he woke up wanting to become a better version of himself. But wanting wasn't the problem. He knew what he needed to do. Exercise. Read. Work. Sleep on time. Stop reacting to every comment. The problem was that he kept waiting until he felt ready. And when he didn't feel ready, he didn't act. One night, he sat alone and asked himself, why do I keep telling myself I'll change when I don't believe myself anymore? That question changed everything. Mental strength begins with something most people overlook: self-trust. Think about the last time you promised yourself you would do something and then didn't. I'll work out tomorrow. I'll stop checking my phone. I'll finish this tonight. I'll wake up early. One broken promise doesn't feel important, but repeated promises followed by repeated excuses create a pattern. You start teaching yourself, my own words don't mean much. And if you don't trust yourself, confidence becomes difficult. So don't start by making a huge promise. Start with one small promise you can actually keep. Read 5 pages. Walk for 10 minutes. Put your phone away for 30 minutes. Finish one important task. Then keep that promise. Your goal isn't perfection. Your goal is evidence. Evidence that when you say you'll do something, you do it. That's how self-trust begins. Tonight, choose one promise so small that you have no excuse to break it. Write it down. Then do it. But there was another problem. He had learned to keep small promises, but he still depended on one thing: motivation. And motivation disappears exactly when life becomes difficult. Most people think discipline means forcing yourself to do something difficult every day. It doesn't. Discipline begins with something much simpler: doing what matters even when you don't feel like doing it. Think about it. If you only work when you're motivated, your results will depend on your mood. Good mood, you work. Bad mood, you stop. Tired, you stop. Stressed, you stop. Eventually, your emotions become the person making your decisions. Mentally strong people don't eliminate bad moods. They stop allowing every bad mood to make the decision for them. Here's a simple rule: the 5-minute rule. When you don't feel like doing something important, don't tell yourself you have to finish it. Tell yourself, I'll do 5 minutes. 5 minutes of exercise. 5 minutes of reading. 5 minutes of focused work. 5 minutes of cleaning. The goal isn't 5 minutes. The goal is proving that your feelings don't always control your behavior. The next time you don't feel like doing something important, start for 5 minutes. No negotiation. But becoming mentally strong isn't only about what you do when you're alone. The real test comes when another person pushes your buttons. Someone insults you. You want to respond. Someone ignores you. You want to send another message. Someone criticizes you. You immediately want to defend yourself. And sometimes the reaction feels automatic. But here's the problem. A person who can control your reaction can influence your behavior. That's why emotional control is not weakness. It's power. The next time someone triggers you, don't answer immediately. Use 4 steps. Stop, breathe, wait, respond. Notice the difference between responding and reacting. A reaction says, "You made me do this." A response says, "I choose what I do next." That's mental strength. The next time you feel anger rising, give yourself a few seconds before you speak. You don't have to win the argument. You don't have to prove you're right. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is decide that your emotions don't get to choose your next move. The man at the beginning of this story wanted to become stronger. He thought strength would feel dramatic. It didn't. It looked like keeping one small promise, starting when he didn't feel motivated, and staying calm when someone tried to provoke him. Nothing magical happened overnight, but something changed. He started trusting himself. And once you trust yourself, you don't need everyone else to convince you that you're capable. You begin to carry your own confidence. So here's your challenge. Tonight, do 3 things. First, keep one small promise to yourself. Second, do 5 minutes of something you've been avoiding. Third, when something triggers you, pause before responding. That's it. Don't try to change your entire life tonight. Just create 3 pieces of evidence that you're becoming stronger. Remember, mental strength isn't built when life is easy. It's built in the small moments when the weaker version of you wants to take control, and you choose differently. Keep your promises. Do what matters even when you don't feel like it. And never give someone else complete control over your reaction. You don't need to become someone else. You need to become someone you can trust. Start tonight. And tomorrow, we'll take the next step.